Alright guys, today's video is going to be teaching you guys how to build your money up, how to build your stash up from level 1 all the way up to level 30. It's going to show you how to do a quick rebuild if needed, and pretty much just go through some of the basic tips and tricks on how to actually make some money. So at the moment, I do have 55 million stored stash value. Now, I have earned 97 million.4, so I haven't bought a single cent or been given a single cent by the game or anything along those lines. Now, let's get straight into it. Now, when you do start off, you start off with around 2 million Coin. When you do start with 2 million Coin, you should be going in with a few things in mind. You don't want to be running, you know, your expensive kits, your expensive decked out guns, or anything along those lines. What you need to be doing is focusing on playing normal and just going in with a bare minimum, but enough to be competitive to where you can make a massive difference. So for example, what I would do, and what I've told a lot of the guys that I do Sherpa in the Discord link below, just the basics here. So what I would do is I'd just put this, and I would then go to here and just put the basic this. So something like this will cost you about 47,000 Coin. This thing here is a beast. This thing here can also run tier 3 ammo, which is very impactful for the M4 range, which is the M855. These bullets here do really good work when it does come up against tier 4s. It only struggles at tier 5 and up, but you're playing normal, you're not going to be running into many builds like that. So guys, I'll be running a build like that, or I'd be running an SMG. Definitely not like that. Was just like this. This gun here is a really good option if you want to run it. Oh, not that one. Just like that. That's another great SMG option with a... Just like that. That's another great option. That's going to cost you probably less. It's going to cost you 10,000 Coin. So guns like this here are amazing guns to actually build your bank, because they don't cost much to build or anything along those lines. Next would be also looking at your contacts to buy cheap armors. Cheap armors are key. So look at your contacts. Normally Deke does have some good tier 4s. You can pick them up for a steal, but look at your helmets. Always buy like new. Like that's a tier 5 for 40,000. But you wouldn't be buying something like that. I'd just probably stick to this helmet here. This helmet here is pretty much one of the best helmets. It's the same price brand new, so buy it straight away brand new. Just run this here for the helmets. The next thing, I would be looking at your body armor. Your body armor, I would be looking at, you know, your tier 3s. I'd probably be looking at either this one here, the KN Assault. Is a really good option. It covers you from all the way down, and it does cover you really well. Another backpack I'd be using would be the camping backpack. It does give you the option of 20 slots, means you can bring back more loot when you do find it. Another great option is the covert ops. Covert ops, run this every time, you know, you do have that spare moment. I normally run one with my first ever game, get warm, get my movements in, and then it's like a cooldown as well. So when I finish up on a covert ops if I'm not too tired from playing all night. Another thing that you guys should be looking at always using is your quick kits. These are free kits. Essentially, these are 100k valued. They come with an armor, a basic build, comes with ammo and everything that you need to survive the raid and get into a raid and have a competition. It's not like you're going in with nothing. It is a great opportunity to use these. These are really good for missions and normal. I would use these quite regularly to build cash. Cash is very, very important in this game. Now, each slot is what you'll be looting next, would be each slot that you have. So for example, I'll use the camping backpack for an example. Let's go over to the camping backpack. We go to market. Let's go over to equipment. Let's go to your backpack. Where are you? Backpack. So let's go over to here. Let's go open. So you need to look at these spaces as dollar value sections. So if you look at this section here, put a base minimum on it. My base minimum is about 3,000 Cohen each item. If you're a bit less, you know, you could be 2,000 or 3,000 Cohen. So if you find a 4 slot, it needs to be 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. So it has to equal at least 12,000 Cohen to carry one item in 4 slots. If it's 2, it needs to be minimum of 6,000. If it's 1, it's 3. And the list goes on. Obviously, you know, you need to take this into consideration when you are looting. You look at the, you know, let's look at, like, if I was to pick that up as 3,000, so I'd pick that up, put that there. Oh, what's that? 2,000. Oh, nah, I wouldn't pick it up. Oh, what's this one? Oh, that's 9,000. Pick it up. Oh, that's 15,000. 2 slots. That means it's 7,500 each section. That's the way I look at it. Oh, 55,000. You know, this goes for more as well. So you look at that each section as, you know, like what you can get out of, like, money value. That's something that you do need to take into consideration. It is very key that you do loot like this. It is the best way to make the money. And then making sure that you're always selling stuff on the market. I'm not selling anything on the market yet because I haven't ran a scav. Run a scav, run a game, then sell everything. Also, another great way to actually make, you know, your money is using your bundles. Early on, you've got, you know, a lot of options for normal gear. You know, you've got a lot of armor options. There's a lot of options. The way you do get these is by doing, you know, anything in the event section. So events here, you know, you'll receive them. For example, like here, complete, do stuff like this, and you will receive it. Now there is also, like, you know, you can start this. There's heaps of stuff that you can do to receive them. There's some quick kits. Make sure that you do utilize this as much as possible. There is a lot that can come from it. For example, you can get free guns from here by doing these things. Use those guns to then go into the raid and then go from there. Another key thing that I know that is very important is the point store. You get options to do this. You do have the, you know, you do have the rare and the non-rare. So you've got the basics and the rare advance. Use them, utilize them. It's important to make the most money. Another thing is that I would suggest, if you're not using them, if, like, for example, I'm thinking about selling this gun, I'm not going to use it. Or am I going to use it? That's what I got to think about. I am going to use it because, you know, it is, you know, it's one of the guns that I do run quite often. It's a basic cheap M4 build. I am running it on Armory. I am, you know, doing a basic quick hit about it. It's pretty much from the bundle here. It is this gun. Where is it? It's this one here. This is the bundle that I did get. As you can see, I'm using this. The only thing I did change is the tier 5 helmet. So using those to your advantage is very, very important. Now, guys, there's also something else you do need to consider. What you do need to consider is what I would do from 2 to 10 million, I wouldn't be spending over $300,000 on a kit. So from 2 to 10 million, I'd be spending, you know, under $300,000 per kit. Once you get over that $10 million cash mark or that stash value, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. I go off cash value. Right now I'm sitting on nearly 34.5 million Cohen. So I'm comfortable. I can run a tier 6. I can lose it. I can run 10 tier 6s and lose them and be still comfortable. But if you're doing that with, you know, under 10 million, it's going to hit hard. And then you're going to have to rebuild much harder. But so build a foundation to where, you know, you can run 10, 20 raids and fail. And not be like, oh, now I have to rebuild. Now I have to do this. Now I have to do that. No, build your money pile up and then go off that. So as your money pile gets up, I go over... the way I look at it is if it's 10 million and under, 250k and under the kits. If it's above 20 million, that's where you go to that 3 to 350. And then when you've got 30 million plus, it's kind of run whatever you feel comfortable running. Because when you have 30 million plus, it does make a massive impact to, you know, your quality of life, what gear you are running, and what you are taking into the raid. You can run the better bullets, you can run everything better. When you have 10 million, you are limited. 20 million, you're starting to not get limited, but you still have that limitations. But when you hit 30 million plus is when you do stop to have those limitations, and anything above 30 million is, you know, you don't need to worry. Like, for example, if I go down to 30 million, I've lost 4 million, 4.5 million. It's not going to be a massive issue. But if I went from 10 to 5 million, it's going to be a massive issue because it's harder to rebuild up. Guys, I hope these just small little information, tips, tricks, my thoughts on how I made the money does help. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think. But yeah, run normal until you do hit that higher cash stack. Lockdown will milk your money and be a massive money sink for you as well. But yeah, let me know how you guys go. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and see you in the next one.